So you want to build a business, you want to be an entrepreneur. Good luck. No kidding. I want to get really real with you in this video. So, all my videos are really about living your most abundant life, feeling inspired, motivated to dream big, to heal yourself, to come into wholeness and to really find joy in life. And building a business is one of the ways that we freaking love to find freedom. And it's what I coach on. I support women in building their own businesses. So I'm all for it. If you want your own business, I want you to have your own business. I want you to fly on those entrepreneurial wings and really soar and really love that life for yourself. But there are a few things I also want to share about my journey, and also add a disclaimer that it might not be for everyone. So freedom comes really through our own conceptual lens of the way we see the world. That's how we feel free. It's a mental construct. So just know you don't have to have your own business to feel free. You can find freedom through paid employment as well. So just so you know, it's not the be all end all. Although of course I'm all about female empowerment through taking ownership over our own financial security, our own financial futures. So I'm all for it, but just know it's not the only option if you want to feel free. So I want to give you 6 little lessons if you're thinking about starting a business, or if you're like in your first year and you're like kind of trying, but it's not really working, like that kind of space. First, if you're thinking about starting a business, be prepared to commit. And I mean deep, on a deeper level than you've ever committed to anything before in your whole life. If you have commitment issues, they will for sure come up. This was definitely me. You have to be in it for the long haul if you really want to make it successful. And this is something that I really struggled with, especially so if you've had trauma in your background and you've lived your life with your nervous system highly activated, then it means that you probably haven't lived to see like long term very well, which is definitely my case. I couldn't see myself living past the next year of life. I just didn't have a sense of my life continuing on other than the very near future. So in terms of starting a business, this was really problematic at the beginning because I couldn't plan more than a few weeks in advance. I could plan my next few clients or plan my next couple of posts or launch or whatever. I couldn't hold a bigger vision for my business. And I also had big commitment issues, right? I'd drop people, relationships and things really easily because I would just float to the next thing that I wanted to do, and I didn't really understand the power in longevity and really committing to something. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to build a business, you need to be in it for the long term. You need to commit. Second point, be prepared to feel insecure, all the self-doubt, be on the sharp end of receiving other people's judgments pretty much every day. You are going to feel really insecure about your business and about your work because suddenly it's all on you. There's no other accountability. It's just you. And if you're someone who struggled with self-esteem or judging yourself, and I know that I've been through this whole thing, zero confidence, zero self-esteem, it's gonna be really, really hard. Really hard. I don't want to sugarcoat this. Really hard to get yourself to work, and then when you do work, you're going to have so much judgment around it, and then on the other side of that, you're going to have other people judging you, judging your work, friends, family. They've got their own ideas about what you're doing. So just know, be prepared for it, that you're going to be on the receiving end of that from yourself and from other people. People are not going to understand what you're doing. Even if they believe in building businesses, they're not going to get it unless they're doing it themselves. Number 3, be prepared to work harder than you have at anything else in your whole life. I was a hard worker and I really liked doing intense things. I worked really hard at school, I worked really hard through uni, my jobs. But having my own business, it's just a whole another beast in itself, right? Because it's not so much about just the working hard and putting in the hours. It's that it's your passion project and it comes from the heart. So everything I do, I'm pouring so much more energy into it because it means so much more. And so obviously this is beautiful because I'm deeply passionate about it and I love doing it, but it means the energy that goes into it is just so much bigger than anything I put my energy into before. So just be prepared to know that you're going to feel like you're working so much harder even though you like love it and you're deeply passionate about it, just know that the energy expenditure is so different. And of course, that's beautiful, it's positive, but also it's got its negative side. So if you weren't scared off by those 3, then let's go to number 4. It gets easier with time. Honestly, if you can stay afloat through the first 2 years, you're going to be okay. But those first 2 years, and they're years, like in the grand scheme of our lives, that's not that long. But when you're in it, trust me, it feels like the longest time ever, where you're like plodding away and you're like, next day, next day, next day, how long have I been doing this? Next month, next month, next month. Working really hard, pouring all this energy and pouring all this passion in, all this energy, and you're not getting the results that you want. And I'm not saying that you won't get some results, of course, hopefully you'll be getting some results, but also just know that like once you get through those first couple of years, depends on what industry you're in, then it gets easier. You find the structures, you find the flow, you find the support, you find the way your business is asking to be run, and suddenly it's just like just changes. Everything changes. It's not overnight, of course, but it can feel a bit like that. But suddenly it's just like, oh, I know what I'm doing now. The resistance and the struggle is not the same. It's more manageable. Like, I can get through this. So just know, if you're in those first couple of years, still just keep going. Like I said, point 1, just commit, keep going. Tip number 5, let it change you. You are embarking on this huge journey and this huge process of changing your own identity by becoming a business owner. And maybe that's not true for everyone, but it was definitely true for me. It was a complete identity shift, like a complete 360, just changed who I was. And it also means changes in other areas of your life, right? It's not just how you earn money, it's in all areas. It's your relationships, it's what you come to expect from other people, it's what you come to expect from yourself, your own boundaries around taking care of your health and your wellness, and everything changes. Let it change you. Let yourself expand, let yourself be bigger, let yourself step into this identity of taking charge of your own destiny, taking charge of your own future. And especially for women, like, this is new. This is pretty new that women even are allowed to have their own bank accounts, even allowed to earn their own money. This is still within like the last 50, 100 years that women have even had any rights in these areas. So just know that you are doing something really magnificent, and let it expand you. Let it expand you in all areas, and start asking for more. Start asking for more every area of your life. And number 6, the final piece of advice if you're looking about embarking on your entrepreneurial journey, is enjoy every part of the process, because you're going to fail a lot. Things are going to go wrong, you're going to make mistakes, you're going to have to learn to enjoy it, you're going to have to learn to laugh at your misfortune, you're going to have to learn to just pull your socks up and go for it again, and keep smashing yourself into the wall until you finally figure out how to go around it, how to go over it. But you just have to keep going, and you need a sense of humour. You absolutely need a sense of humour, and find people in your life who can make you laugh and who you can really enjoy it with. Honestly, this is a huge, huge part of it. Find a way to really enjoy all of it. Like I said, it's hard work, it's commitment, it's dedication, it's blood, sweat and tears. You need to laugh. You need to laugh. So yeah, those are my 6 little pieces of advice for you. If you are a new entrepreneur or you're thinking about starting a business building journey, then just take note. It is the most beautiful, glorious journey, and also the most challenging thing. If you're here just for a little bit of inspiration, motivation, just check out my other videos. And then you'll get like a little bit more of a hint on like freedom and finding that space in your life wherever you are right now. I'm loving you all so much. Good luck with everything. If you are starting a business, drop me a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Sending you all so much love, and I'll see you in the next video.